last decade, college tuition has risen more than 40%. But why does this matter? This is because it is as high as it's ever been in history, and it affects the college students. Over the past 3 decades, private and public four-year colleges rates have more than doubled. I have pulled a short chart to show just that. The chart starts in 1980 and goes until 2015. It shows both public and college institutions. In public, in 1980, it started with $2,500 per year. It rose until 2000, where it hit $5,000, all the way up until 2015, to where it rose to $8,000 per year. In private colleges, in 1980, it started out as $10,000. And in 2015, it rose all the way above $25,000 per year. This is why this information needs to be made more known. People haven't realized that this is going on around them, and it's affecting these students. College tuition needs to be reduced because it can help people become more educated, end up with less debt, and also improve the mental state of these students. Today I will be telling you about this information from my research from 4 reliable sources that have expressed the high effects of college tuition and how it has on everyday individuals. So let's start by talking about my first point. Reducing tuition will allow more people to become educated. Education gives people the skills and abilities to become successful in their everyday lives. Today, post-secondary education is not more of a luxury, but now a necessity for every person who needs a job. College becomes more of a barrier instead of a ticket to the everyday American dream. This blocks students from reaching their full potential as they try to study and reach the grades they want in college. According to the U.S. Department of Education, graduates who have a bachelor's degree are 66% more likely to get a successful job than those who only have a high school diploma. These are the same people that have a less likely chance of unemployment in their lifetime. Jobs can take you anywhere in the world, and with a bachelor's degree, you are now able to pick the job that you want to set up for a more successful future. It will make it harder for individuals to find the job that they want and move into the workforce with the debt lying on their back that they have. This leads me into my next point on how reducing these prices will leave graduates with much less debt. Not everyone also has federal aid, so they have to take out much more loans. According to the Washington Post, 20% of families that go to colleges will actually spend 100% of their income with the net price of college. I have incorporated a visual to show just that. This bar graph shows from 1996 to 2012. It shows the regular and low-income families. As you can tell, there was a rise in both types of families from 1996 to 2012, but there is a significant rise in low-income families. These people will put their entire income just to pay for 1 year of college. And this takes away from their living, takes away from the food that they need, also from any medical bills or household bills that they are able to pay. In fact, college loans rates are higher right now more than any medical or mortgage bills to this day. Federal aid is given in some states, but then colleges will raise their prices to meet that. In the article, Does Federal Aid Drive College Tuition? Colleges are now named as greedy, as some states have increased federal aid to match that. As a result, universities raise their tuition. The federal loan companies will also come up behind them as they think they're helping them with a cushion, but they're actually doing more harm than good. The Obama administration issued the federal Pell Grant, but even then, it only covers about 30% of a 4-year college tuition fee. The Pell Grant also relies on the parent's income. So if the parent has a low income 1 year and then the next year they get a higher paying job, the student's Pell Grant will go away and they will have no more federal aid. This covers the lowest portion in history, and there was actually more coverage in 1980 than there was today. This is why high school graduates who enroll in college often fail to finish. More people actually don't finish their 4-year degree, and what damages students more than graduating with this debt is taking on that debt and then not having the potential to finish that 4-year degree. The U.S. Department of Education posts a statistic saying that about 40% of first-time, full-time students in a university who try to complete a bachelor's degree don't graduate within the 4 to 6 year waiting mark. My last point will lead on to how high rates will affect the mental health of these students. Mental health rises with these prices. According to the Healthline News article, 33% of students surveyed feeling so depressed that it was difficult to function in their everyday lives. 55% reported feeling overwhelmed with their anxiety, and 87% reported feeling overwhelmed with their responsibilities they take in college. College is already hard enough for all of these students that they don't need added stress of their loans put on their plate. Every day these students have the thought in their mind of, what if I fail this class? They want to make the grades they want, and if they fail the class that they need, some may even lose their scholarships. With everything going on through their mind, 9% of students have actually seriously considered suicide in their life. With this data, it is very clear that there was a lot more mental stress than there was 23 years ago. Students will be able to also focus more on their studies if they don't have the loans that they have. Students take 15 to 17 hours of classes in a week in these difficult majors, and some may even go to work on top of these hard classes. Students don't need the added stress of taking loans and wondering if they will have enough money to pay for the next semester of college. Students aren't always these single 20-year-olds fending for themselves either. They might be married, or they might be single parents trying to fend for their children. These are students that have the most trouble paying with their high tuition. They go to school 4 to 5 hours a day, and the moment that they aren't studying, they're in work trying to fend for their family and keep a living for them. With everything going on in the student's mind, it's no wonder that their mental health is decreasing rapidly every day. Now, from all of these points that I have explained, I hope that more attention can be paid to helping college students. So, to pull everything back together, here's what we know. We know that more attention needs to be put on lowering college tuition because it can lead to a rise in educated individuals, it can lead to less debt with college graduates, and it can also lead to improving these students' mental health. Here is what you can do as an audience. The best thing to do is to reach out to those who you know who are in college. Find out how you can help them personally until we all can get colleges to lower their tuition per year. We should not let the money overrun college kids. Thank you.